Welcome back. It is now the month of February, or at least it's getting ready to get into February. Right now, at the time I'm recording this, is probably like the last week of January, or second to last week, whatever. Don't ask me. So I'm trying to record these and get enough done so you have videos for every week for the month of February. And so, of course, today is just a general reading. Essentially, it's going to see what comes out, challenges you may have to tackle for the month of February, what can be your solutions, what are some tips and tricks or advice to help you get through the month. So yeah, that's what I'm going to focus on for this reading. As you can see here, I have the Tarot of the Divine. I have the Harmonic Oracle, I think it's called. And then the Seers Tarot. I know a lot of people are probably very familiar with these two because they're so commonly used on YouTube and on Witch Talk, as people like to call it. So yes, without further ado, I don't know how many piles I'm going to do with this. I guess I should probably get something for you all to choose from, huh? 1 second. So because I'm feeling very desert inspired lately, I figured I would find all the desert crystals that I have with me. And so this is a red jasper with some black candle wax on it. Look, don't ask questions. Don't ask what I be doing with my crystals, okay? Look, now I gotta peel it off because y'all gonna judge me. I don't know how much I'm gonna get off. The selenite. You are getting the desert rose. And then you are getting the desert jasper, I believe it's called. And so with that, I'll give you a few minutes to pick which one you resonate with. And then I will jump right into the pile. Starting with pile 1. The red jaspers. Alright, welcome back, pile 1s, my red jaspers. Those of you who chose the red jasper. Inkling, my first inkling. I feel like some tough love is going to come out of this. I don't know. Let's see if I'm right. For the month of February, what do my red jaspers? What is the issue facing my red jaspers for the month of February? What is the issue or problem that my red jaspers will be facing for the month of February? What is the issue or problem that my red jaspers will be facing for the month of February? What is the issue or problem my red jaspers will be facing? So a change in luck is coming up here. Looks like, oh, and then this came out. It looks like something of your own design as well. With the 3 of coins here. So it looks like you're going to have some kind of change in fortune when it comes to... Is there something you've probably been ignoring, I feel? Yeah, it's definitely something of your own design. I feel like it's something you've probably, you know, that has been coming up, but you're purposely ignoring it. Can I get a bit more clarity on why the Wheel of Fortune is here? Oh, I know those flew out, but this is the one that flipped over. Infallible Delight. Water Spirit. This kind of feels like somebody has been overindulging in self-care. You know how they say you know how, like, you go out shopping somewhere and your friend, and you're like, well, I know I really don't need that, but that it's that voice in your head, or it's probably that friend that came with you that's like, girl, you got the money, go get it. And it's like, okay, but you really don't know my money situation this month. You don't know what could have been going on, what I done paid for, what unexpected expense can come up. And it seems like to me, yeah, a lot of overindulgence has been going on, and so it's really changing your luck and finances, so to speak. I'm gonna move this up so you can kind of still see the wording. And I think you're blatantly ignoring it. It kind of feel like a college student who has signed up for too many credit cards. Okay, can we get... Let me get some more clarity on why this is. Okay. Can we get some more clarity on what Pile 1, the red jaspers, have been ignoring that is bringing them a case change of fortune? What has the Pile 1s, the red jaspers, been ignoring that will be their change of fortune? Seeing how that flipped out, and it came out across. Yeah, you're definitely ignoring something. 8 of Cups, and it came out crossed like that. I know that's something new. I usually, when I read stuff like this, this is really where I read, like, blocked energy. Usually reversals, I kind of read of, like, something you are completely not doing. But this is kind of like blocked energy. It kind of reads, like, ignore. With this 8 of Cups, there's something you are ignoring, you're walking away from, that you probably shouldn't be just yet. And then for some of you, I feel like you should be walking away from it and you're not. And it's just like really draining you at this point. Okay, what is the situation that is draining you? Pile 1s. And you see how this is in the moonlight too? Like secrets, darkness, things that are being hidden, things that are like, underhanded as well, this 8 of Cups. What is draining my Pile 1s, my red jaspers, for the month of February? What is draining my Pile 1s, my red jaspers, for the month of February? Sorry. Yeah, something is really just draining you, taking it out of you. And I really want to pinpoint this as something where, this is definitely something that's an emotional toll. I don't know if it's another person that has been doing it, that's been kind of causing you to do retail therapy at this point. Or if it's just something of like, you need to let it go, and you need to start making plans on how to do things differently, because whatever it is that you're doing right now is just not the way, babes. Can I get more clarity, more information on this situation that is draining my Pile 1s, my red jaspers? What is draining my Pile 1s, my red jaspers? This definitely, is going to bring up a tower moment. That's what you choose to keep ignoring it. This is, I don't know if anybody else has heard this album. This makes me think of that song on SZA's album where she's like, I'm blind, like, I know you're wrong, I know you're bad, I know we don't belong together, I know this isn't a good situation, but I'm blind to the bullshit. Like, I just want to be in this situation because I love you so much. This is really reading like a love thing to me, and I was picking up on that at the beginning, but I was trying to see if maybe it was something more with like money. But to me, it just seems like you're ignoring something because it makes you feel happy at this point, even though on the opposite sense, like when things get bad in the relationship, when it gets to a point where you can't ignore it anymore, it really drains you, it's really taxing, it's not bringing you the satisfaction and happiness that you thought it was. Sorry, honey, this kind of reads like delusion at this point. Let's see what you can do to kind of like, let's see what we can do to get out of this Tower moment. What can my power ones, the red jaspers, do? Okay, before I could really even finish asking the question, I had one flip over. Hold on. It kind of fell. I'm going to read it. It say uplifting vision. You got to burn something out, babes. Air of fire. So this is something, think of this as kind of like giving you like 8 of Wands energy. Something needs to change fast, quickly, and why do I want to say violently? Like something needs to change really quickly. Uplifting vision. And it definitely could be something of like you need to see things differently. You need to open your eyes. You're seeing a lot of vision stuff here. You get what I'm saying? A lot of vision stuff here. He's closing his eyes. This is not looking, kind of just looking in despair. Open your eyes, babe. Let's see. What advice would you give? Oh, now that just stayed up. And this is water of water, so a lot of emotional, transceptive resonance. And you see how it's 2 people? Whoever this person is, you're definitely feeding off of their energy. You two are feeding off each other at this point. Like, yeah, the love is there, the care is there, you like each other, great, whatever, but you two are definitely feeding off of each other's energy at this point, and it's not healthy. This reads like codependent relationship almost. Like, you don't think you're anything without them, and they know that, but I think also they have some emotional dependency on you as well, that they're trying to, that satisfies whatever need in them that they have. And I think that's why you two get along at this point, it seems like. Yeah, Power One, it seems like you are in a codependent relationship that is really draining you. It's not as happy or fulfilling as you thought it was, or it once used to be. And now you're approaching a point in the relationship where I don't know if Ariana Grande's song Honeymoon Avenue is coming to mind. Like, my heart, you know, like I'm seeing all the stop signs, I'm seeing all the red flags, but we're steady going. We still keep going the wrong way. We're not changing anything. We're still going home together, and it's like everybody's like, well, why are y'all still together? What is this? I thought you said you couldn't stand it. Like, literally yesterday, you was at my house crying and bawling and raging because of this person that you're in a situationship, relationship with, and you telling me you back with this person again? Seriously? That's really what this is reading like to me. And I mean, even this here, it's like, you know, 2 people clashing over something, choosing not to see. Okay, let's see. If I was to get one more card for some advice for the Power Ones, the red jaspers. One more card for advice for the red jaspers. One more advice card for Power Ones. I feel like this is it. See that? You got the Empress in reverse, though. In reverse. And you see how she's pregnant with the world. To me, this is reading like you could have the world. You could have so much more. You're deserving of so much more. But because you don't see it and you don't believe it yourself, you're not getting it. You're not calling it in. This also feels like to me, because you're not calling it in and you don't believe that you deserve more. This could also be a thing of a toxic relationship where you feel like, okay, and I hope that's not it. I hope this is just me speaking off of, like, unfortunately, my toxic scenarios that I've seen around me. But it also feels like, you know, if you stay in this relationship any longer, your tower moment is that you're going to end up being attached to this person for at least 18 years of your life, past the time that you all should have, like, long separated because you come up pregnant. Or you know, y'all have some kind of business arrangement or some other kind of attachment that's going to be there forever because you're about to get ready to go into business with this person or something like that. And you need to detach now before it gets really bad or something comes up. And you need to kind of avoid that situation. That's what it's reading like to me. So yeah, Power Ones, I would definitely say whatever this situation that is draining you, and I think you definitely know what the situation is, this fake happiness, this situation or person is bringing you this insincere happiness that is, you know, you feel like you have to put on the show for, or maybe you feel like you have to lock in and be with this person because everybody else has just kind of like turned their back on you. You know how you kind of get those people who feel like they have to stay together or they work things out because everybody is like, oh, we don't think y'all gonna make it, and now you feel like you need to stick with this person, and now you're looking around like, oh shit, I really probably shouldn't be with this person. And so that's what this is kind of reading like to me, and it's really draining you. And because you're looking at all the, even though this Five of Cups says you're looking at all the bad, to me it really feels like you're looking at all the good in this relationship and you're ignoring the amount of bad that is going on around you. Like, the room is on fire, Power One, my red jaspers. Get out, stop inhaling the smoke and getting crazy and sitting in there and getting ready to be burnt into a crisp. You need to get out the way. So yes, that's what this reads like for me. I hope you stand up. I hope you stop being weak in the knees. And I hope you get yourself together and get away from this situation, because it's not good for either one of you. I really hope you stand up and get out of this, because this is a toxic relationship. This is a toxic situation. It's definitely not good for you, but more than likely it's probably not good for that other person either, because now you have become their crutch. And so whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, and I don't mean physically as in like they're literally leaning on you. When I mean physically, I mean they literally lean on you for intimacy because they know you're gonna be there, kind of thing, and they know you're gonna you know, let them back in. So that's what I mean by physical crutch. So yeah, I think you need to let this person go. It may be more of like a situationship, maybe somebody that's like your friend to boop, 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 boop. And because you're trying to get attached to this person, you're blocking your blessing of having the person that you really should be with or need to be with in order to grow and exceed. So yeah, Power Ones, my red jaspers, that's what I got for you for the month of February. Definitely follow up with me and let me know how things go with you, or if this resonates with you. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to Power 2, the selenites. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Alright, my Power 2s, my selenites, welcome back. This is your reading, your general reading for the month of February. Kind of just doing a temperature check on what issues or problems that you need to face or that you will be facing for the month of February. And kind of hopefully get some advice or some guidance on how to move through and deal with the situation moving forward through the month of February and hopefully beyond. So with that, I'm going to get started with, okay, so here we go. So I am shuffling this on camera because I just did this with Power 1, so I want you to see that. So if you get the same cards as Power 1, you see I actually shuffled. Alright, so let's hop straight into it. Let's see what is the issues that the selenites Pile 2s will be facing for the month of February. What is the problem or issue that Pile 2... Ooh, I feel like this wants to come out. You got the Tower, so Pile 1 also had the Tower, but it was kind of like showing the results. So this is interesting that you're getting in a different pile because they hit it with the light Seers. So what is the problem that Pile 2, the selenites, will be facing for the month of February? they also had the Three of Cups. But that was in the light seers. Okay. So again, I shuffle these. You know, I believe in the powers of 3. So I like to shuffle these at least 3 times. Why is this Tower card here? The Power 2s, the selenite for the month of February. Why is, ooh, more fire, more fire. Unfolding path. Okay, so it seems like you're getting out of something bad from January, or maybe it could have been some residual karma that you are dealing with from last year or years previous prior, that you are kind of like, now it's unfolding and leading you somewhere new. You kind of had to burn down and everything. It seems like it was Three's company, like it was just a lot going on there. I don't know, I feel like gossip, and this typically isn't like the card for gossip, but again, power of 3 from call 2, the selenites. What is the issue? My power of 2s, the selenites will be dealing with the month of February, and get some clarity here. Can I get some clarity on why the 3 of Cups is here for Power 2's problem for the month of February? Okay, they're just flipping out of here. And so let's see. Yeah, you're definitely moving on for something. You got a lot of walking away, a lot of paths here. 7 of Pentacles. You need to start working on something, and that's why you're moving away from it. The 6 of Wands. Yeah, something tells me like now is your time to shine. It's time to step out there. It's time to believe. It's time to actually reap the fruits of your labor. I think you've probably neglected or probably sacrificed a lot of like fun times, fun things, freedom. Who knows? You've sacrificed something, and now that you've paid that into your karmic bank, so to speak, I think now it's time for you to start reaping the benefits of the cycles of the things that you sacrificed, or the let's say the lessons that you've had to learn from, those tough lessons, those rituals that you had to go through, and now it's time for you to start reaping the benefits of it. So this definitely looks positive. This looks good to me. Can I get more explanation on why the 7 of Pentacles is here for Pile 2, the selenites? Okay. Victorious silence. Yeah, this definitely seems positive to me. It seems like everything is in alignment. All the chakras are starting to open up. You can finally start to take in and enjoy the things that really bring you joy, bring you happiness, so to speak. But I think victorious silence always make me think of like move in silence, because there could be someone that is envying you right now. There's definitely someone that's probably trying to ride your coattails. So it's like you need to move in silence in order for this to happen. Why is the 6 of Wands here for Power 2? Ooh, and this landed right on my leg. You got a lot of people here. Collective insight. Yeah, to me this seems like tap into your village. And when I mean village, I don't mean... People hear village and sometimes they think they mean your family or like your friends. But to me it just really means like your mentors, your networks. Those people who are on the same path as you, or maybe resonate with you in one aspect of your life, of like whether it comes to your job or something, but you probably need this other person that resonates with you on an emotional level. You need this other person that resonates with you on a spiritual level. You need someone else who resonates with you on this kind of like you probably have somebody who's there who resonates with you on a, I don't know, what's another facet of our life? A mental kind of situation. You need all, and with these powers combined, and with these powers combined, you can actually start to find your way through and make headway. But since it says unfolding path and it shows the Ten of Wands in reverse, it seems like you're kind of resistant to moving forward. So why is this Ten of Wands here for the selenite? Why is this Ten of Wands in reverse for the selenite? Some darkness came out. So we have covetous designs. We have heavy matters. So this seems like a heavy weight on your shoulders. And then total freedom. And you know, I don't know if you can kind of see that here. You have the chains and the people that's pointing in the different ways. I think you're kind of stuck on who can help you get there, or you don't want to reach out for help. That's kind of like what that's pulling up for me. And I think that's what's weighing heavily on you right now. Shuffle this in one more time. Shadow of earth. Shadow of earth. Are you having some money issues on how to decide for it? Are you using money as a barrier? Or is it an excuse for the reason why you can't do certain things? Or is it because you have a certain way of how things should go or happen? How do I explain it? So, earth, materialism, yes. It makes me think of... I'll use myself. I'll use a story for myself, for example. I wanted a new car. I was so sick and tired of my car, and every now and then I would just randomly just bust out like, you know, please, if it's meant to be, just make, you know, shake something up in my life to where I can get me a new car. And lo and behold, my car got stolen. And the first thing I could think of, because especially since this was like during a Sunday night or something like that, a Saturday, Sunday, and at the time I was working like 2 or 3 jobs because I was trying to save up for a certain trip I wanted to take for my birthday. So, you know, I call myself being a hard worker, and I'm working 2 or 3 jobs. Of course, I need my vehicle to get to all these places because there are definitely time constraints with this, and they're in several different places across the city. So I have to make sure I'm able to get to these places. So I was stretching myself thin, trying to be in all these places, trying to get done what I needed. But in the meantime, here my car is stolen and I need to lean on people. And even though I hated that, these people leaned on me and their times of need. What's wrong with me having to ask them? I'm sure they would love to repay the favor, right? But it was also the concern of like, okay, my car is stolen. Yeah, so what? I have insurance. Who knows how much I'm going to get back for oh my God, what do they call it? For like the gap insurance. How much am I going to get back for the value of the car, because it's totaled. At the time, you know, when the car first got stolen, I didn't know it was totaled. I thought it was just going to be something where, you know, it was probably going to be gone for a few days and I could get my car back. But now I don't want this car because now I feel violated. It's like somebody broke in your house. And I was just, you know, all these thoughts. And I'm just like, okay, well, how am I going to get a car? It's going to be such a quick turnaround because I'm definitely going to need a car. How can I get a car in time that's actually going to be something I want? I was just panicking and freaking out. But this is what I asked for. This is literally what I asked for. But it didn't come in the way that I wanted. I wanted it to happen in a way of like, oh, the dealer buys the car off of me because they're running out of used cars to sell to other people. So they want my car so they can sell it back to someone else. And at the same time, I'm getting a bump or upgrade essentially into a newer, better car. That isn't exactly how it happens. And so this is kind of like what this is bringing up for me. You want things to happen in a certain way you haven't planned out, or you have it envisioned in your mind in a certain way, and the universe is like, well, sorry babes, that's not the way it's going to roll out for you. What I can do for you though is that I I don't know, so-and-so run over your foot when you go to catch the bus today, and you could sue the transportation department, and that way you don't have to walk anymore. Literally, because you're going to be up in crutches, and then after that you can go buy you a car. Yeah, you're going to have to go through a little uncomfortability there, but we made your wishes come true. And so that's kind of like what this brings forth to me. But I think you also need to watch your back. I think you definitely need to move in silence, because if that's the case, I think it is somebody that's watching you and kind of, again, trying to ride your coattails. But let's see if I'm right. Why is this heavy matters and covetous designs here? Let's see if I'm right. Yep. You're ignoring what's being handed to you. Definitely don't. And this is so funny. Some of the same cards pile 1 got, pile 2 is getting. The Tower, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. These are some of the same cards pile 1 got. So maybe the situation that pile 1 is dealing with, this is your answer. This is what you know you need to be dealing with. It's because you are looking for certain things to unfold in the way that you want, and it's not going to happen, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is earth sign stuff right here. You, or Pisces, dreamland stuff. I want this to happen a certain way, and it's not happening the way I want it, so I don't want it, or I don't like it. You're not showing gratitude for it. This is the path that the universe has deemed would be best for you. You may not like it. It may be uncomfortable. It may be tough. It may fucking suck. But it is the path that is best for you, and it's going to lead you to somewhere grand. It feels like. I mean, this overall feels pretty good to me. It's just you are not wanting to accept it for what it is. Let's see if we can get any more clarity on this collective insight. What is the collective insight that the pile 2s, the selenite, need for the month of February? What is the collective insight that my pile 2s, the selenites, need for the month of February? Let's see here. So we had 2 flip over in the deck. The Empress, the Lovers. It feels like you're married to an outcome. Why is the Lovers and the... You keep getting dark cards. Ground of being. Yeah. To me, this kind of reads like shallow, or like tip of the iceberg. You haven't looked at it deeper. You're looking at the tip of the iceberg, and you aren't looking deeper. You aren't looking beyond the veil, beyond the shadow of it all. You're just looking at how it physically appears. And that's the least of your worries. That's not what you should be looking at right now. You're married. The Lovers card to me feels like you're married to a outcome that you're not going to get. Why is this? Ooh. Why is this Lovers or in Empress? These are kind of like jumping out for you all. Okay, let's see here. So then you have original wakefulness. Yeah, it's like spirals. I'm seeing a lot of spirals here. So it's definitely, yeah, it's some cycles here that needs to be broken, or that is breaking. But because you done got so used to being on that merry-go-round, that round and round, you don't want to get off. And because it don't, the exit don't look safe, it don't look like you can make it, you're not trying to jump off. You looking at them ropes twirl, 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 and you scared to get in there and double dutch and actually hopscotch and jump through and get with the rhythm of it. That's what it seems like to me. You're married to an outcome that isn't going to be what it is, whatever this situation is. And I definitely think it's something dealing with finances. I don't know if it's something like this troubling you with work, like you're having a hard time finding a job, and it's going to be, you have a job that's coming to you right now, but it's not what you exactly wanted or imagined or pictured. It could be in the form of the car situation like I had. It could be the form of a house, like you're like, I want to get out of this one that I'm in because this isn't working for me, and now you're looking at these other places and they're like, well, in order for you to get in here, you're probably going to have to downsize, or you're going to have to get rid of the pool, or you won't have a private washroom, or, you know, a private parking or something like that, or it's in a part of a neighborhood that you don't like, or that you feel that is unsafe, or that's further from your job. Whatever the situation is that you're married to, it's not going to happen, but it's necessary for you to take that step in order to get to your promised land, to start reaping those rewards of happiness that you've been looking for. And it'll probably turn out better than you thought. Yeah, I would say definitely tap in some of your friends, your network, your family, your mentors, your teachers, anyone that you talk to, and kind of see what they say. Because I guarantee you it's probably someone in your circle, your group, that has probably been through what you've been through, been where you have been, and they can kind of give you some advice on where they have been, if not give you some recommendations on where to start or where to go from this point that you are in right now in your life. And I think overall this is really very positive. I think you have a beautiful path flying, a bright path, a bright tunnel ahead of you, you know, moving forward, if you just kind of get out of your own way and stop being stuck on a particular, and not being stuck on how something is packaged or presented to you, and look beyond what it is, or just look at it as a temporary thing until you get to the next step, because you are going to upgrade. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Power Twos. I wish you luck. I hope you open your eyes. I hope you reach out. I hope you get the, I'm not going to say desired outcome, but I hope you get the outcome that is needed for you in order to move forward. Because over here, babe, I believe in spiritual upgrades, leveling up, and sometimes that includes very uncomfortable shit that you don't want to deal with. Take it for somebody who knows. So with that, Power 2, that's all I'm getting for you for the month of February. And I think you and Power 1, I think you should go back and see Power 1's reading as well, because I feel like this is a continuation, really. So yeah, with that, I'm going to move on to my Power 3s, the Desert Rose. And if you resonate with that, Power, I'll see you soon. Alright, Power 3s, my Desert Rose. Squeeze in, squeeze in. It's enough room for you. Today I'm going to be doing a general reading for the month of February for you all. Pretty much just looking to see what the problem or issue that you, that will be either coming at you or that you are currently dealing with, in order to kind of move on to the next phase of things for the year, for the month of February. So really this is kind of like an energy check, and hopefully we can get some advice or some guidance on how to move forward, or kind of just ease up the pain a little bit. Hopefully it's not anything too hurtful, but I definitely think this one is probably going to be a little more deeper. I feel like it's going to be a little deeper than Power 1 and 2's, which was thankfully a bit more fluffy. So without further ado, I'm going to pull and see what the overall situation or problem you all will be facing for the month of February. That sounded choppy. What is the overall problem? Okay. Well, you noted 10 of Pentacles. That fell out, but we're going to try this again. What is the overall problem or issue my Power 3s, the Desert Roses, will be facing for the month of... Okay. Okay, we're just going to note these because I didn't like that. You have the 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the 3 of Wands. Transmute that energy. What is the overall problem or issue my Power 3s will be facing for the month of February? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. What is the overall issue or problem that my Power 3s will be facing for the month of February. All right, so I have 2 cards that fell on the floor. Give me a sec. Okay, so the first one that hit the table was the 5 of Wands. The second card that hit the floor that I seen was the Knight of Wands. And then you also, in reverse, I had to note that. And then I also seen the Empress. It's a lot of spicy energy, I'll tell you that. A lot of spicy energy here. Why is the Empress card here for pile 3? Deeper self. And why is this Knight of Wands here for pile 3? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I had a couple cards that kind of jumped out here. So we have Spiral Time, Watercourse Way, Unseating Anxiety. We have Perfect Circle, Force of Nature, and Immune System. Let's see how I want to put that. There's a lot of, I feel like, guardedness going on. A lot of defensiveness, offensiveness energy. And I think it's definitely for something anxiety based. Can I get a bit more clarity on what this anxiety and defensive energy is for pile 3? Okay. Temperance, the Lovers, Judgment, Queen of Cups. Is there some emotional lashing out here? Are you emotionally lashing out at the wrong people? You do have the Judgment, Temperance, and the Lovers card. Why is the Judgment card here? Why is the Judgment card here for my pile 3s for the month of January? Month of February? So when I first read this, I read it as Immaculate Conception. But it says Immaculate Imperfection. Why is this Temperance card here for my pile 3s for the month of February? Why is this Temperance card here for my pile 3? It's a lot of defensiveness going on. Us versus them. Uplifting vision. Okay, let me see if my understanding. Okay, I'm just noting these. You got radical potential and then the total freedom. I want to check and see if my intuition is right on this. So give me a sec. I want to check for one more thing. Oh, God. Ooh, snuffed out. Okay. Okay, so I am picking up on a lot of defensive. Okay, I'm picking up on a lot of anxiety. I'm feeling defensive. I feel like lashing out. A lot of anger. a sense of dissociation is kind of coming up for me. This may be confusing me because I'm picking up on multiple different situations here, because this is a general reading, so that may be why I'm picking up on different things. But one thing that's coming through clear for me, well, two of them. One of this feels like someone is in some kind of battle for, like, in an intimate relationship, and some kind of personal relationship that they have with someone. And it feels like it's a very passionate relationship. Like, when things are good, your neighbors know your name. And then when things are bad, your neighbors know your name. Kind of thing. If you get what I'm saying here. They know you and your partner's name when things are bad. And that's kind of like what it's reading like to me. Another part of this is reading as someone who is... their anger is really riding off of some kind of emotional hurt that they've been dealing with. And I think if they don't get it in check, they're going to end up putting their foot in their mouth, is one. A third thing, I want to feel like somebody in this reading is, are you dealing with a pregnancy, like a tough pregnancy? Maybe it's an unwanted pregnancy. And that's probably why you're feeling defensive. Maybe you're having to defend your choice of not wanting to have this baby, or like your feeling of not wanting to have this baby or being in this position. But then you also kind of flip-flop on the side of just kind of like, oh, I do want to kind of keep this baby. I can see me being a parent. You know, I can see me having a awesome time with this child. What if this child is a boy? What if this child is a girl? But then it's like you flop again and be like, but this world isn't meant for kids. I'm picking up like on all of that, but definitely like the anxiety is coming through really clear, and the anger and defensiveness is like coming through for sure. So I don't know. This is kind of like going to be all over the place. So this reads defensive to me. You got us and them, you got immune system, you got the Five of Wands in reverse, and then you have the perfect circle, which kind of, it looks like a, well, who's those shields? Was that that wasn't the Romans, I think, that had shields that was like this. I think that was the Vikings that used to have shields or something like that. Like, that reads very defensive. These read like motherhood to me. The Temperance, the Watercourse Way, the Dreaming of Layers, the Queen of Cups, the Immaculate Imperfection. All of these kind of feel like those are for the people dealing with a pregnancy or unwanted pregnancy. And then I feel like I have the people that are emotionally lashing out over here, and you're getting ready, whether it's because of anxiety or whatever the case may be, and you're in for a rude freaking awakening. Like, I'm going to break those down. So the cards for that one is the Deeper Self, the Knight of Wands. In reverse, you have the Judgment card, you have the Lovers, you have the Uplifting Vision, Snuffed Out, the Spiral Time, and the Force of Nature. I think you're getting ready to meet your match. You probably have been the top big bully. People probably have been avoiding you, but now your anger is getting the best of you, and you're getting ready to reap the backlash that you've kind of been putting out there. Like, those are it's weird for, like, that's the three things that I'm kind of like picking up on for you. So for those who are feeling defensive or offensive, you aren't feeling hopeful. A lot of you, some kind of wish isn't being fulfilled or granted. something that you have wanted is not working out the way you want. I feel like this is I'll just say like a social media personality maybe. Advice for those dealing with a pregnancy. Advice for those dealing with a pregnancy. Advice for those dealing with pregnancy. Okay, so the card that fell on the floor was the Queen of Wands. You need to not make this an emotional decision. I think because you'll get locked in on how people are making you feel about your pregnancy or your unwanted birth or whatever this is that you are dealing with that's unwarranted, you don't want in your life right now. And you need to think with clarity and just with cold hard facts. What is the cold hard facts of the matter? What are kind of already the signs around you right now that you're dealing with? It could be, I don't know, maybe the spouse isn't really I would say the other contributor to the conception isn't helping. Maybe the money situation is what it is. The living situation is what it needs to be. Maybe you're not working right now. Like, whatever it is, I think you just need to do a good old pros and cons list and decide on what's the best way forward for you, and just cut out all the emotional stuff, all that background chatter, all the people are saying, well, what about this? How are you gonna feel about that? And if I was you, but they're not you. So you're the one who actually have to deal with it. You're the one who's gonna have to live with the decision that you're gonna make moving forward. So really, with gut deep down, personally to yourself, I guess I could put this in the middle, deeper self, you, what do you really feel is your best way to move forward? What do you think is going to work for you? Why? Okay. Oh, so those who are lashing out from whatever anxiety or whatever that you're dealing with, guess what fell out for you all? The devil. And that ain't nothing but the devil, okay? And it's in reverse too. So this is really not looking good for you all who are dealing with the anxiety. I don't know exactly what it's stemming from. I don't know if it's something. With the Judgment card here, you are definitely feeling judged about something about your actions that you are doing with the Devil card here. Something that you are refusing to change or do. Some addiction that you're stuck into, some kind of what is it, what's the word for it, some kind of inactivity or laziness that you are choosing to stay in, some kind of mental frame that you're just gonna, you are burying your head into, you are dying on this sword for whatever it is, and you are feeling judged about it, and you are definitely lashing out at everyone. But here's the thing, you're lashing out at everyone and they're really just here to help you, and you're really shooting yourself in the foot. What is it? You cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's really what this is. So if I were you, I would really change some of this up, this behavior and patterns that you have going on, because it's really just isolating you. And in a minute, you're going to be back between a rock and a hard place without any kind of exit strategy at all, or without anyone that's going to be able or willing to help you because of this. So, yeah. I know, I'm sorry, pile 3. This is all over the place, but I was picking up on, like, it felt like 2 or 3 different readings here. And I wanted to make sure I was breaking this down for, like, each one that I was getting. just because it just helped me. Ugh. Okay, what if, let's see, what is, those who are dealing with the anxiety, what should they do? Yeah, you gotta get out that bad behavior, that frame of mind that's keeping you stuck. Oh, and my right ear is ringing. Okay, I'm not getting, okay, that's why my right ear was ringing. It said, nah, babe, that was the word right there. Okay, you need to get out that frame of mind that you're in. I don't know what you're believing, what lie you've been told that you're sticking to, or that you have told that you're sticking to. I don't know what it is. You need to let that go, babes. Let it go, babes. It's not serving you at all. Yeah. My last tidbit I would like to add, if you don't mind me doing so. You all over here who picked the Desert Rose, who is choosing your significant other over everyone else, I think you need to listen to the other party. That's where I'm going to end that. Yeah. Everyone else isn't the problem. It's you and the person you want to be with. So yeah. And with that, Desert Rose, I mean, because this is all over the place, I don't want to get any deeper in this, and then you have like an hour-long portion just by yourself. So with that, yes. I feel like, ooh, I need a bit more clarity. I'm sorry, I gotta go. One last card. I need a bit more clarity for these who are like the defensiveness. Why is it star card here for those who are feeling defensive? What's something that you feel is yours? You all who are lashing out, attacking, battling somebody over something, it kind of makes me feel like this is probably more so something dealing with work, maybe, or just something you worked toward, that you wanted for yourself, that you've earned, that you feel like you put the blood, sweat, and tears into, and other people are trying to come in now and take credit for it or act like it's theirs, and you're like, think again, bitch. Like, that's what this seems like. And if that's the case, if you are, the rightful party who owns this, or, who worked hard on this or gave it your all, and you're steady, pouring all your resources, it's your intellectual property, do what you got to do. It's yours. Like, who are they to come in and kind of try to take over and take this? So yeah, I would say, do what you gotta do. And so with that, yes, for real, this time, pile threes, my Desert Roses, you guys were, I feel like a lot of people is probably going to resonate with this one. But with that, I am going to close this session. I'm going to thank all the energies for coming in here and helping me decipher this, for clearing it up, for kind of like letting it translate, marinate with me, to where I can actually get through this and interpret it and give the advice that is needed. Hopefully it helps you all. Hopefully it's a sign of confirmation for you, and you can move forward accordingly and adequately and properly to get on to the right path that you need to be on in order to actually be truly high and vibrant and happy for the month of February and beyond, really. So with that, I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to move on to my last pile, my pile fourth. So my last pile for the month of February, or at least for this February general reading, is those who picked the desertjasper. I am going to do a general reading, just kind of going over what is the possible issues or issue that you are going to be facing for the month of February. Hopefully I'll be giving some advice or some guiding words to kind of like help you or confirm that you kind of like or hopefully get some confirmation or some guidance on kind of like how to help you through for the month of February and beyond, and hopefully some confirmation on you know, that you are walking the right path and that you are going the right way. So with that, I am going to start with what is the overall issue or problem you are facing or will be facing for the month of February. So we're going to shuffle in these intentions for my pile 4s, the desertjaspers. What is the overall problem or issue you will or are already facing for the month of February? Yes. What is the overall issue or problem that you will or are already facing for the month of February for my pile 4s? Energies for the month of February for my pile 4s. The desertjaspers. That's the overall energies. Okay. Funny, this just came out with what, pile 2? Had the 6 of Wands. So it feels like it's time to celebrate. Can I get more clarity on what the pile 4s overall energies that they will be facing for the month of February? Yeah, I was just getting that message coming through. Feels like you're what they call it, celebrating too early. You think you're at the finish line, you're celebrating too early. Why is this 2 of Wands? Oh, no. I'm about to mess y'all up. Let me give y'all that residual energy. Power 3s, we have to cleanse these for the power 4s. To show me more. Yes. Why is this 2 of Swords here for my power 4s against the Jasper? Visceral listening. Creating sacred. Internal validation. Have you been working on something? It feels like it was something very physically taxing. This is something very physically taxing for you. And it probably took a lot of like time, something that no one can adequately pay you for. Really, it seems, you know, it feels like people can't adequately pay for that. And the time and energy and the physical that you put into whatever this project was, and you are prematurely celebrating, thinking that you did a wonderful job, that is everything you wanted. You're hoping you're going to get the accolades, or somebody has been telling you that you're doing a great job. They love what you're doing with the place, but you also don't see the fact that closed out. Why is it feeling closed out? Well, 2 more times now. Can I get a bit more clarity on pile 4s, the desertjaspers situation? What is the overall problem? Strength. Yeah, something about this feels very physical. Why is the strength card here? Okay? This really feels like you have been protecting someone. I'm trying to understand this energy. It feels like you have been protecting someone that you think very highly of, or it's someone that you're very close to, or you feel like you have a close connection with. But the way you are protecting and going about standing 10 toes down for them, they're not doing for you, or someone is actively trying to like get in the middle. Yeah, it's like you got a snake in the grass, babe. And I don't know if you're physically, something about this reads very physical, and I'm not sure what it is. Where I'm not, I need more clarity. What is this physical feeling that I'm getting? What is this physical situation? Why is this situation so physical? Yeah, it's definitely emotionally driven. See, look, it's a snake in this too. I don't know if you see that. It's a snake in the background of the Queen of Coins. The snake and the devil. Mommy Walter, the Queen of Cups, she's kind of like a snake kind of... I don't know. I guess you could, some people would look at mermaids kind of like snake-like. Is this snakes or anything else? And then you have the Nine of Coins. Yeah, something about this reads like... I'm seeing there's two, but there's how do they do that? I'm seeing that there's two entities that have come together, but someone is wedging their way in the middle of this to kind of like keep it from meshing. Someone does not want this to work. This partnership, this coming together. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's a business thing. Maybe that's why it's kind of like coming up weird. There's some kind of merger, some acquisition, some coming together, some marriage of some sort that is happening here, that someone is getting in the middle of. I don't think you know who it is. I don't think you see it. I don't think you see it. I think it's somebody that's in the back wings. And you're going to have to tussle, babes. You're going to have to tussle to get whatever this is through that you're dealing with. Because they do not want it to happen, or they want it for themselves, or they don't think you're deserving of it. I think you're prematurely celebrating, and you need to kind of like sit back down and dot your I's, cross your T's, mark your Q's. Get a bit more information, ask more questions. Something about this is not... Why is this devil card here for my power force? Desertjaspers. Leap of faith. Yeah, I can see that happening here. Or maybe it's something where you're being controlling in this situation, and you need to just let shit happen. Because you're trying to like have your hand in everything and make sure that you can turn around and be like, well, pat me on the back because I did all the work. I made sure they did this. And it's like, okay, but we didn't ask you to do that. That's not in your job description. Sit back a little bit. Chill. Okay? Didn't nobody ask you to do that. You did that on your own. So, no, Samantha, you're not getting a raise. No, Samantha, you're not getting paid overtime. Nobody told you to do that. That was not authorized. Like, that's kind of what it feels like. You did all this, you put yourself out there, so thanks, but no thanks. Like, we had it handled. And it's two queens here too, so So, and we had the Two of Cups, but then we also had the Three of Cups. And the little story I'm getting here right now is that, you know, in the Devil, the lovers are there. These kind of look like the lovers that's with the Devil. Typically, they usually show them in chains. But somebody is coming in here to douse the fire. Somebody said, no, I don't want to see that. I don't, whatever this is you got going on, I don't know if it's a, again, if it's a business relationship or a romantic relationship. I don't know what it is. Somebody do not want to see it happening. And something tells me like maybe you'd be better off doing this on your own. Why is this Nine of Cups here for the Desert Jaspers, my power force, for the month of February? Why is this? Okay, so I had a couple things come out here. I think did one fall in front? Hold on. Okay, nope, one didn't fall in front. This fell off though. Cast about. So remember what I was saying, I said earlier at this reading, I was getting a feeling about being put out. Somebody is trying to push you out. I don't know what the situation is. Somebody is trying to push you out. Infallible delight. Seems like false happiness. Pretending, you know, celebrating early again. And then you have the ground of being. This kind of makes me feel like the ground from underneath you, the rug from underneath you is about to be snatched. And I don't know if it's going to get to something physical where they're physically going to arrest this from you. They're physically going to push you out. They're physically taking something from you. But this definitely feels very physical. And I don't know if I'm mixing up physical with like, how I'm gonna explain it. I don't know if I'm mixing up physical with kind of like they're gonna take your livelihood from you, essentially. Like any way or means that you can support yourself or that makes you you, or you know that is associated with you, they're gonna take from you. It really reads like betrayal is what you're going to be dealing with for the month of February. Unfortunately, Power 4 by Desert Jaspers. I don't know which way this is coming from. I probably need to pull some advice cards. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. What advice or guidance should I give my Power 4 Jaspers for the month of February? What guidance or advice should I give my Power 4's Desert Jaspers for the month of February? What guidance or advice should I give my Power 4s for the month of February, sorry. This Knight of Cups has gotten off the horse. Okay, I feel like this is a message for some of you. Avoid the knight in shining armor. Avoid the knight in shining armor. Avoid the one that's coming in that they seem like they're sweet and they're nice, or like they know what they're doing. They're dazzling you. They have all this charm. They can talk their way out of a scorpion's nest without being harmed. Like, avoid this person that's going to come in shimmering and shining and splendid. Yeah, because they're something about them isn't adding up. It's another side to them that you aren't seeing, essentially, that you need to avoid. This Seven of Pentacles, okay, with this Seven of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Coins, and you have the Nine of Coins. Yes, it's just reaffirming to me that whatever that you are working on, that you have been diligently working on, putting all your energy into, I think you need to start making steps or maneuvers, planning to either finish this out on your, to finish this out on your own. Yes. Okay, so either how to finish it out on your own, and if it's possible for you to finish it out on your own, and if it isn't, who can you really trust to help this to completion? Because the people or situation, things, whatever place that you're in right now is not going to help. It's not to your benefit. Otherwise, you are going to be left stranded out in the cold. That's what it feels like for me. Let's do one more. Whew. Something, yeah. Why is this 7 of Pentacles? And this just came right on out, right? Yeah, okay, so self-creating. Again, there's the confirmation. Whatever you're working on, whatever you had an idea about, whatever you thought you should do it. Do it by yourself. This kind of harkens back to Pile 2. I think they had something along the same lines of kind of like, whatever, creating and doing something, investing in something of your own, of yourself, does not mean that you have to have everybody involved. You can move in silence. Everybody doesn't have to know what you're doing. This situation that you're in can change. You are the magician, the creator, the master of your own world. So obviously you got this far. Obviously what you have or what you are creating is a good idea. It's so good, in fact, that whoever this is trying to push you out of it, because they don't want you to have all the ownership or all the power to it. They want some kind of kickback from this. So yeah, just go about it to do what you can to make sure that you have all the rights and ownership to it, that you have all the say in it, that you make sure, you put your mark on your shit. So can't nobody say that you don't have a claim to it, essentially. So yeah, just step out on that faith. Don't think you need a bazillion people, or you need this group of people, this founding group, in order to step out there and take your company or your business idea, your art, whatever this is that you are starting to create or you have an idea about. Stop thinking that you need a bunch of people with their hands in the pot to help you get this started. Like, you can at least start this out on a smaller scale on your own. You don't need a bunch of other people telling you what to do or how to do it. And then they're not actually putting in the actions to make it happen, and you are. So yeah, that's my advice for you, Pile 4. I think you need to start moving accordingly. You are a boss, and bosses wait for no one. Bosses say this is what we're doing, and everybody must follow. The chief has spoken. The chief said, you all are little Indians. Follow my lead. Okay? Sorry if that's derogatory, but, I just think of, like, chief and whole, it's a bunch of chiefs in here, and nobody wants to be, like, the Indian. Nobody wants to be the medicine woman. Nobody wants to be the hunter or the gatherer. Nobody wants to be the mend worker. Nobody wants to be the child sitter. Nobody wants to less glamorize the less the praised parts of this situation. But everybody isn't meant to be a leader. And you're clearly meant to be a leader, or at least the mastermind behind this idea that you have, that you've created. So just make sure, if anybody wants it, you've got your IP on this. So yeah, that's my advice for you. Pile 4 is my desert jaspers. That's what I have. That's what I was getting for this reading. So again, wishing you the best of luck. Again, follow up and let me know how this go, or what the situation is that I'm picking up on. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.